Okay, so this is the third standalone video with Jody Callahan speaking more about her picture book, The Train.
Okay, so this is my book, The Train. It was published it's coming out later this month, March 24th. It was published by Second Story Press, and it was illustrated by Georgia Leslie. I won another Writers Award for this book. Second Story Press does do an Indigenous Writers Award as well. And I won about 3 years ago, and it's taken about 3 years for this book to become published, which is something I didn't know when I first entered the publishing world, is how long picture books take to become published. If you look through the book, you can see there's a lot of work and care that goes into it. The illustrations, each illustration, takes time. The layout takes time. The editing takes time. It's quite a process. So now I understand why it takes 3 years. So it was illustrated by a woman named Georgia Leslie, and she did beautiful illustrations to complement my book. They're very soft and gentle, quite like the story. When you get a chance to read the story, you'll see that it is a very kind of gentle story. It's a very gentle way to talk to your kids about residential schools and what happened there. The story is not told from a survivor's perspective. That was really important to me because I am not a residential school survivor. But my grandmother did go to Indian Day School, and so my family and myself feel the lasting effects of the Indian Day School. So it's very much from the perspective of someone who has experienced that trauma intergenerationally through the little girl speaking to her great uncle. She is a recipient of that trauma, unfortunately. The book is, I would say that it's for younger elementary school students in terms of the reading level. However, I think with these types of stories, it is really important for parents or guardians to read the books with their children because there's a lot of questions that might come out of them. There's a lot of feelings that are going to come out. And what I really wanted to hit home with this book is that the feelings that you feel and you go through when you learn about that part of our history, about residential schools, all of those feelings are valid. And it's important that we recognize those feelings and we talk about those feelings. And I like to hope that this book helps children feel that and helps parents or guardians and family members realize that those conversations are important. It's important that we have those conversations, even if they're difficult. And I hope that the book can be a tool that families can use to bridge that subject and to talk about those feelings. That was really my intention with the story when I first wrote it. There's some really touching, beautiful illustrations. This one's quite nice, if you can see here. Yeah, so there's a lot of love and care that went into this book. It was definitely, 3 years is a long time. I've been really excited since I found out it was going to be published, and I'm so excited that it's going out there into the world and that people are going to be reading it, and I hope people enjoy it, and I hope that it is a tool that educators or families can use to talk about residential schools and to talk about the feelings that come up when we learn about them, and how all those feelings are really important, they're really valid. We recognize those feelings, and we're there to support one another. And I think that is without giving too much away, that's really the lasting message of the book.